Hot damn, I gotta live up to that. All right, I'm representing all of San Diego. You ever do that? You ever go to a place in Ocean Beach and represent all of San Diego? You ever do that? You ever go to a place without air conditioning and just one fan with 150 people in there where they sell booze on a sliding scale? You ever do that? You ever represent all of San Diego? So nice to be here. Thank you guys so much for coming out. That did throw me off. I love this whole setup. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot to look at. There's too much to look at in this room. How are you supposed to pay attention to our dumb faces when what is this above my head right now? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what this is. This is somebody, it's a disco ball with crap on. It's something. I don't know. Like this room, it's like hippies, but it's like hippies with a trust fund. You know what I mean? It's a little too clean in here. Like this doesn't have to work out for the owner because there's something in the will that they're gonna be just fine. There's a condo in Mission Beach waiting for him as soon as he's done playing around. I love it. I'm making fun, but honestly, what is all of that? Look at that. That's something. Yeah. I love it. I like the energy in this room. It's hot, and it just feels like everyone bought a lotto ticket. And you guys just found out right before the show started that none of that's happening. And then you're like, who's ready for comedy? And everyone's like, I guess. Yeah, start the comedy. Turn the one fan on. Let's get it going. Let's do some comedy. You know? So good to be here. Love coming to Ocean Beach. I don't live here. Clap it up if you live here in Ocean Beach. All right, good amount of you. I would say, what, a third? I don't know. That's good. Everyone else, we did it. We came. We found parking. We didn't quit. How great was that? I've quit before. I have. One time I came to do a show at Winston's years ago, and it was on a Wednesday, which is when you guys do your farmer's market in this town, which, by the way, horrible day for farmer's market, okay? That's for Saturdays, not on Wednesdays. And I went to look for parking, and there was nothing near the venue, and I just made small circles away from the venue, and I made circles big enough that I ended up back on the 8, heading east, and I'm like, I think we're done. I just went home. I called the guy, and I'm like, I'm not coming. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I tried to look for parking, I ended up on the freeway, so I think I'm not coming. I like it, man. This is good Bakersfield energy. Got some people here who look like they just got out of work. Like, hey, you guys are doing shit. Yeah, right? Is that your energy? You're like, yeah, I did just get out of work. I'm sorry, it's Friday, you know? I would have came here on Saturday, but it didn't work out that way. And this feels like you guys had a long 40 hours. Work, I feel that energy right now. I get it. I understand. What do you do for work? You look like you do something serious.
I'm still in high school.
You're in high school. All right. Well, it looks like it's rough out there. I'll say that. High school's tough. I get it. Man, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry. It's because of the, you know? I thought you were already on your second divorce. I thought you had kids going on at home. I didn't know. I apologize. It's a good thing. It's good to look more mature. You look more mature. I would like give you the keys to my car. Be like, can you park? Like that's a responsible person right there. He has a mortgage. He's trying to make sure to pay. It's been a long 18 years. I like. What's your name, man? Tyler. Make it loud for Tyler. He's in high school. So good to be here. Wow, that's a hot start to the show. Just came out, first person I talked to, completely insulted. I apologize so much. That is not my style of comedy. That's not what I do. I don't come out and go, did you ever notice this about yourself? You know? And I know that's hot right now. That's really hot right now in comedy. It's not really what I do. I try to just give compliments. Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be all right? I just saw you holding your temples. I'm like, wow. This, I like it. It's a lot of speakers for comedy, isn't it? So, after this, we got a Motley Crue cover band coming up here, and don't be more excited for that than me. I made that up. That's not gonna happen. You're getting me. Hot start, man. We just drove in today. Me and Rui, who you just saw, we came in last night. We had a show in San Francisco, and then we made that drive here. I don't know if you've ever made that drive, but good Lord. Yeah, that's the closest I've ever been to suicide. That is a long drive. Oh my God, and nothing in between. Nothing. You're like, as soon as you leave, you're like, get ready for this. It's straight and sad. Are you ready for no turns and sadness? Are you ready for that? Just 4.5 hours. Just, yep, there it is. And people trying to pass you? For what? Oh, is your exit next? Are you? Is that what it is? Do you live in this field of nothing? Is that? What are you passing me for? We should all be pegged at 80, and that should be it. What are you late for work? Calm down. It's us and a bunch of truckers. That's all it is. You're late on the laugh. I like it. I like it. Everyone's a little off in this room. A lot of people, I feel it. Some of you get a check in the mail. I like it. Some people get a check in the mail to hang out. It's good. I'm looking at your faces. There's still some I gotta win over. I can tell we're doing our best out there. It's hard. We got 2 cats out there in New York. We got a couple cats. Yeah, Jessica lives with my ex-wife. I'm sorry to say. Sorry, I just made everybody sad. All right. And by everybody, I mean these 4 people and those people just staring at me going, we don't care about your cats. And I like that mixture. I love Jessica too. She's doing wonderful. She's still chubby and unhealthy, and she still eats whatever she wants. She lives at my ex-wife's house. You want me to say Jessica? Is that what you want? There it is. All right. I like that. Thank you. Okay. That was the most uncomfortable thing I think I've ever had happen. I don't know if you ever had someone down there. I want you to say Jessica. Jessica. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm not a part of this. I apologize. You're a good dude. What grade are you in high school? You're a junior in high school. You got one more, and then hell yeah. All right. Do you know what you're doing after high school? What's your plan?
Game warden.
Game warden?
Fishing game.
Fishing game? I know what that is. Whoa, dude. I'm telling you, I wasn't wrong. You got the heart and soul of a 45-year-old man. I like it, though. Thank you. Thank you for being out there and gaming and warding. Yeah? We need that. We need more young people involved in fishing game. I'm sure that was a program they had in middle school where they're like, who's interested in fishing game? And everyone's like, no. And he's like, actually, I want that hat.
I have no idea how serious you are about that.
I felt like everything I've said, he's like, yeah, absolutely. I can feel it.
35 at 17.
I love it. That's good. It's good to be an old soul. I was like that too. Now it's kind of leveled out, where I'm still an old soul, but I still don't own a house, so it's weird. It's weird to be an old soul and a renter, where you're like, the landlord should fix that. Should get in here. That faucet's a little loose. That's good. I'm happy for you. Do some fishing and gaming and warding.
He's an 18-year-old
He's
snitch.
an 18-year-old snitch?
Yeah.
That's a weird. All right, I don't know why. Listen, we're all on your side. Everything's fine. We clearly get what happened. You grew up a wild child at 18, and you ended up with the kid that's like, I'm following all the rules. Because every kid rebels against their parents. That's normal. So if you got a parent that was like, woo, where's the party at? You're like, I'm studying. I gotta wake up tomorrow. You were partying. You had young Sheldon at home, is what you had. Fish and game version. Hell yeah. I like it, man. This is good Bakersfield energy. Got some people here look like they just got out of work. Like, hey, you guys are doing shit. Yeah, right? Is that your energy? You're like, yeah, I did just get out of work. I'm sorry, it's Friday, you know? I would have came here on Saturday, but it didn't work out that way. And this feels like you guys had a long 40 hours. Work, I feel that energy right now. I get it. I understand. What do you do for work? You look like you do something serious.
I'm still in high school.
You're in high school. All right. Well, it looks like it's rough out there. I'll say that. High school's tough. I get it. Man, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry. It's because of the, you know? I thought you were already on your second divorce. I thought you had kids going on at home. I didn't know. I apologize. It's a good thing. It's good to look more mature. You look more mature. I would like give you the keys to my car. Be like, can you park? Like, that's a responsible person right there. He has a mortgage. He's trying to make sure to pay. It's been a long 18 years. I like. What's your name, man? Tyler. Make it loud for Tyler. He's in high school. So good to be here. Wow, that's a hot start to the show. Just came out, first person I talked to, completely insulted. I apologize so much. That is not my style of comedy. That's not what I do. I don't come out and go, did you ever notice this about yourself? You know? And I know that's hot right now. That's really hot right now in comedy. It's not really what I do. I try to just give compliments. Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be all right? I just saw you holding your temples. I'm like, wow. This, I like it. It's a lot of speakers for comedy, isn't it? So, you know, after this, we got a Motley Crue cover band coming up here, and don't be more excited for that than me. I made that up. That's not gonna happen. You're getting me. Hot start, man. We just drove in today. Me and Rui, who you just saw, we came in last night. We had a show in San Francisco, and then we made that drive here. I don't know if you've ever made that drive, but good Lord. Yeah, that's the closest I've ever been to suicide. That is a long drive. Oh my God, and nothing in between. Nothing. You're like, as soon as you leave, you're like, get ready for this. It's straight and sad. Are you ready for no turns and sadness? Are you ready for that? Just 4.5 hours. Just, yep, there it is. And people trying to pass you? For what? Oh, is your exit next? Are you? Is that what it is? You live in this field of nothing? Is that? What are you passing me for? We should all be pegged at 80, and that should be it. What are you, late for work? Calm down. It's us and a bunch of truckers. That's all it is. You're late on the laugh. I like it. I like it. Everyone's a little off in this room. A lot of people, I feel it. Some of you get a check in the mail. I like it. Some people get a check in the mail to hang out. It's good. I'm looking at your faces. There's still some I gotta win over. I can tell we're doing our best out there. It's hard. We got 2 cats out there in New York. We got a couple cats. Yeah, Jessica lives with my ex-wife. I'm sorry to say. Sorry, I just made everybody sad. All right. And by everybody, I mean these 4 people and those people just staring at me going, we don't care about your cats. And I like that mixture. I love Jessica too. She's doing wonderful. She's still chubby and unhealthy, and she still eats whatever she wants. She lives at my ex-wife's house. You want me to say Jessica? Is that what you want? There it is. All right. I like that. Thank you. Okay. That was the most uncomfortable thing I think I've ever had happen. I don't know if you ever had someone down there. I want you to say Jessica. Jessica. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm not a part of this. I apologize. You're a good dude. What grade are you in high school? You're a junior in high school. You got one more, and then hell yeah. All right. Do you already know what you're doing after high school? What's your plan?
Game warden.
Game warden?
Fishing game.
Fishing game? I know what that is. Whoa, dude. I'm telling you, I wasn't wrong. You got the heart and soul of a 45-year-old man. I like it, though. Thank you. Thank you for being out there and gaming and warding. Yeah? We need that. We need more young people involved in fishing game. I'm sure that was a program they had in middle school where they're like, who's interested in fishing game? And everyone's like, no. And he's like, actually, I want that
I
hat.
have no idea how serious you are about that.
I felt like everything I've said, he's like, yeah, absolutely. I can feel it.
35 at 17.
I love it. That's good. It's good to be an old soul. I was like that too. Now it's kind of leveled out, where I'm still an old soul, but I still don't own a house, so it's weird. It's weird to be an old soul and a renter, where you're like, the landlord should fix that. Should get in here. That faucet's a little loose. That's good. I'm happy for you. Do some fishing and gaming and warding.
He's an 18-year-old snitch.
He's an 18-year-old snitch?
Yeah.
That's a weird. All right, I don't know why. Listen, we're all on your side. Everything's fine. We clearly get what happened. You grew up a wild child at 18, and you ended up with the kid that's like, I'm following all the rules. Because every kid rebels against their parents. That's normal. So if you got a parent that was like, woo, where's the party at? You're like, I'm studying. I gotta wake up tomorrow. You were partying. You had young Sheldon at home, is what you had. Fish and game version. Hell yeah. So we go in there. We talk about all sorts of things. We talk about depression. I think there's different levels of depression. I don't think that gets talked about enough. Like, I have what I like to call a healthy level of depression. You know, right in the middle, right here. Just a good amount, just enough to keep me humble and likable. You know? You ever meet someone who could use a little depression? You know what I mean? Those annoyingly positive people. Every day's an opportunity. And you're like, he could use a dash. You know? Not a lot, just a pinch. Just a parking ticket on a rainy day. Just something to bring him down a little. I have a healthy level of depression. Like, I would never kill myself, but I would like to die naturally soon. I think that's the right amount, you know? Like, if I was on a flight, it was going down, I'd scream, but I wouldn't be the loudest. I'd scream enough so no one around me got suspicious, you know? I'd give it a healthy, you get it, yeah? Damn. It's good to get to know yourself. Because I didn't know so much about myself. Like, I used to make fun of millennials until I did a Google search and realized I am one. And then I pulled back hard. I was like, oh, they're all right. Come on, you guys. Why don't you take it easy? That's exactly who I am in a nutshell. I'll make fun of a group of people until I realize I am that group of people. And I'll be like, come on, you guys. Why don't you back off a little bit? Be a little more supportive. If I did have to pick on millennials, I think our biggest issue is that we're too self-aware. We know exactly what's wrong with us and why, except we're not getting any better. We just know, and we're very open with telling you. Too soon, too. I'll just meet somebody, hi, I have anxiety. And you're like, that is way too soon, all right? That is for tomorrow. That's if we see each other again tomorrow. But they don't even let you chime in. They just jump in like, I have anxiety because when I was 8, my brother locked me in a closet and kept me there all weekend. It's like, all right, well, what are you doing about that? Nothing. I'm telling you so you can work around it. And you're like, fair enough. All right. But I guess I'm the same. Like, I found out in therapy that I have anxiety. I didn't know that. I thought I was just being polite all these years. You guys ever confuse politeness with anxious? That's what I've been doing my entire life. I had no idea until I was in therapy and she was like, give me a public setting. And I was like, all right. Like when I'm on a plane and we're deboarding, I count the rows. And in my head, I'm like, all right, when that lady gets up, I'm gonna get up. I got my bag over there. Don't forget that bag's over there. Oh, my wife's bag is over there. Don't forget that. And at that point, my wife would be like, is everything okay? Are you all right now? And I'm like, shut up. Are you ready? You need to be ready. And she's like, what is happening right now? And I'm like, it's our turn. There's no time. We gotta go. And I do that because I don't want to take half an extra second getting my bag down because maybe someone behind me will punch me in the back of the head. Because that's how I feel. When I'm deboarding a flight and there's someone in front of me and they're like, is my bag there or there? I'm behind them going, I think we get to kill him, right? I think we get to end this dude right now. And I don't want to be a victim in a scenario that I've created. And for all these years, I thought that was me being polite to my fellow man by getting out of the way. That's anxiety. That means someone yelled at me when I was 4 when they should have hugged me. And somehow 30 years later, that manifested into, I can't be in anyone's way. You know? Ridiculous. I have all sorts of things. Anxious. I'm hyper-aware. That's a new one. I thought that was a good thing. Hyper-aware. Know what's going on in your blind spots, right? Isn't that a good thing for driving? You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Got another dead deer over there, you know? Almost missed that dead deer hiding in the corner. No, hyper-aware. I notice it all the time. Here's an example of my hyper-awarity. My wife and I were walking in our neighborhood, and as we were walking, we were going to cross the street, but we were crossing the street diagonal. And as we're crossing, I noticed there's a woman walking her dog. And I did the geometry, and I realized by the time we get to the other side, we're just going to awkwardly be next to her. Just show up right next to her. And I'm like, we're not doing that. So I called an audible in the middle of the street. I'm like, we are just walking that way now. So now my wife and I are just walking up the middle of the street like two idiots. And she's like, what's happening right now? I'm like, not now, all right? This is where we are walking. And I realized we were coming to a T intersection. And at the other side of the street, there was a cafe with a table, and two guys were having lunch. And I realized we're just going to end up in front of their table. They're going to look up. What if we make eye contact? I'm going to have to say something. I'm going to have to go, the weather, and then walk off. And like an idiot, I actually explained that scenario to my wife. And she goes, oh my God, you're a lunatic. And I was like, you see, sometimes it's good to keep feelings on the inside. And when I travel, I don't know why this is important to me, but it's important to me that people think I'm from the place that I'm at. And I think that's just a social anxiety thing. I just want to fit in. Like when I'm in Florida, I'm like, I want people to think I live here, you know? And I don't know if I'm pulling it off. Probably not. Like that, someone very sweetly, no. Did you... What do I need to do? Do I need like a long sleeve Salt Life shirt? Like what do I need? Would that make me look? What's that? A little more broken. All right. I feel like you guys hide your sadness with tans. I've noticed that. Like you look at a group of Floridians and you're like, those are the happiest people I've ever met. But if you sit down and talk to one for a few minutes, you're like, it'll get better. It'll be all right, dude. I feel like some of these jokes are cutting too deep. That one I made up on the spot, but the everyone's divorced looking like it worked out good. That one, I still remember how some of you felt about that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Wow. It's starting to feel like a rally right there. I feel like this is where a rally would start, at the end of a strip mall behind a Chili's. You know, like that'll be in the documentary. How did he become the mayor of Tampa? Well, we met at a small meeting in the back of a strip mall next to a pond where there's a bunch of stray cats running around, and this is where it goes down. That's why I like Florida, man. It's just, no one should live here. And you guys have forced yourselves in here against Mother Nature and gators and weather. You're like, no, I'm playing golf here. None of it makes any sense. Jungle. It's jungle. I drove around. It's clearly jungle. And then you're like, strip mall. And then more jungle. And then you're like, houses with a gate in front for some reason. And then more jungle. There's so much jungle. I love it. It's so scary. Especially at night. Yeah, there's something about Florida at night where you're like, where was that guy the whole day? There's like a different group of people that come out when the sun goes down, and you're like, is he part of the community? And And he is part of the community. This is the only place I've been to where bikes are sketchy. Like, see someone on a bike, you're like, oh, I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. Tampa was the first place I saw this. The last time I was here, I was leaving at like midnight or something. I pulled out, and then there's just a guy who rode out of the woods on a bike. And he didn't like come out and then get on. He was coming out at like a good speed. And I'm like, from the bushes? How'd you get that good speed coming out of the bushes? And they have a backpack, and you're like, what's in that backpack? You don't know, but you also kind of know, right? Evidence. That's what's in there. There is evidence in that backpack. I like coming to Florida, man. The humidity's fun. I like it. It's like, imagine if it was hot, but you can't cool down. Imagine that. Imagine if you take off your sweaty clothes, and they just always stay kind of damp. I did that yesterday. I did a workout with a hat on, and then I left it in the room, and I'm like, that's probably dried. And then today I put it back, and I'm like, oh, that's gross. It just holds in your memories from yesterday. That's so not motivating. I was trying to work out, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I worked out yesterday. I can let that dry. Yeah, the humidity, I know you guys are used to it, but like if you don't grow up in the humidity, you're just like, oh, it just reminds you of things. Like it does. Like the Florida humidity reminds me of like a hug from like a family member you don't love. You know when you were a kid and then like a long lost aunt or uncle would come over and they're like, I'm your father's sister or something. And you're like, I don't know you. And they're like, get in here. Nom, 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 nom. And you're like, I hate every part of this. I can't breathe. It's wet and warm at the same time. And then they let you go and you're just like, I never want to experience that again. But I like it out here. It's fun. It's kind of like a little I don't know, like all the different parts of Florida. We talked about Jacksonville. That's where I was 2 weeks ago. And Jacksonville feels, I understand there's some sort of beef. I don't know what the beef is. But listen, every part of Florida has its own thing. Like Tampa to me, it always feels like everyone's like profited from their divorce. The people clapping are the ones that profited. Everyone else is like, oh, how dare you bring that up? There's just like, you see combos of couples where you're like, oh, that wasn't the original couple right there. That was a couple that met on a cruise. And the settlement's coming through. I like the response on that. I didn't know that was going to divide this room so bad. And I'm in the perfect spot because I'm right in the like that. And then there was like a section that was like right, and then everyone else was like, "How dare you? We don't bring up Robert, you know." Sorry, is that specific to somebody? Sorry, are you Robert? That one really got him. That was a Freudian laugh. Is what that was. That was oh yeah. But yeah, everyone seems to be doing well here, so that's good. Jacksonville was a little iffy. Some people were doing well. Some people were like, we're taking something. It was just, I don't know. It's always fun to come out here. I fly all the time. I actually fly so much, sometimes I forget where I'm flying to. And that's pretty sketchy at the airport, you know, because it's like early morning, 5 in the morning, I'm checking a bag, and then they're like, where are you headed to? And sometimes I'm like, ow. What's it say? You know? Because they have my ID. They can look up where I'm headed to. And then I've done that before. I'm like, I don't know, what's it say? And then they look back at me like, huh? And I'm like, they're like, are you being trafficked? Like, do you need... And I'm like, no, I mean, I'm trafficking myself. Well, I'm making it worse. I'm doing comedy there. Man, I had one of those moments. I forgot where I was headed to. I was actually boarding the flight, and I didn't know where I was headed. And then I looked in front of me, and there was a guy who had an igloo cooler, and that was his carry-on. Like with the wheels and the thing, and he just had it with the duct tape around it. And I saw that, and I'm like, oh yeah, Florida. I'm headed to Florida. I forgot. And he was in first class, too. He wasn't in the back. He was first row of first. He put his igloo cooler in the overhead. Oh, that's good. I'm sure he opened it up during the flight to get his headphones out or whatever he was keeping in there. Traffic and gator eggs or whatever he was doing. Who knows? That's what I like about it. Who knows what anyone's up to here, you know? That's what it was like in Jacksonville. Everyone I asked what they do, it was just kind of quiet. They're like, I've noticed that people in Florida don't really tell you what they do. You know, you can be like, what do you do? And they might tell you what they used to do. And like in Jacksonville, I was like, what do you do? It's just a dude in a tank top, front row. It looked like he just got off work. And I was like, what do you do? And he's like, I used to work in HVAC. And I was like, all right. What do you do now? And he's like, I don't. Like, I couldn't tell if he got fired that day and he was just trying to blow off some steam. But there's like a sense of illegal about Florida. Where it's like, yeah, a little of this, a little of that. That's what we do. I got a boat, you know, they'll just say they have a boat. And I'm like, I have friends that have a boat. You still got to do something to make money. Like, yeah, I feel like everyone's like secretly bringing in like Caribbean rum. Like they're in a Hemingway novel or something. They're like, oh yeah, we'll go down. It's like Prohibition's over. Like, yeah, but not for this rum. I gotta get that. I gotta get the deep rum, man. It's funny here because everything can feel dangerous. Dunkin' Donuts felt sketchy. I went to a drive-thru. I didn't even go into the establishment. I was in the drive-thru, and then right when I got to the window, there's a little placard under the window, and it says, if you get charged a different amount than what the receipt says, notify management. And I'm like, I'm not getting involved in this. There has never been a single time I've made eye contact with a fast food person when I'm like, I want to meddle. I want to meddle into their life. No, I'll just, whatever you charge me, please let me leave. Please let me leave. For the love of God. Yeah, watch the news, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Liver King. This is on mainstream news. You could just click this on at a hotel, and there'll be like, the Liver King went to go kill Joe Rogan. And you're like, is someone making these up? Like, that sounds like a Mad Lib. We used to get, remember, like, you go to a Cracker Barrel, and you get a Mad Lib, and then you drive because the radio was boring, and you're like, give me 2 words that don't make sense. Liver King. And you're like, all right. Who's the modern-day Barbara Walters? Joe Rogan. And then you write that down. And then you're like, the Liver King went and killed Joe Rogan. It's insane. I don't know if you follow the Liver King. I watched the documentary on Netflix. He lied to people. He's this big steroided guy, and it's very obvious, but he never said that. He's like, I just ate raw liver and did push-ups, and if you want to be like me, I sell pills. And go ahead and buy that, and you can be just like me. And it turns out there's more than raw liver going on. And I don't know. I don't know if you guys watched that documentary. He was like, him and his whole family were on these supplements, and they all had the same red acne. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was this weird, all of them, the same. They're like, I've never felt better. And I'm like, what the hell is that? You ever meet someone like that they're on like some sort of strict diet? Like, I just straight blood. I drink blood. And I'm like, it shows. I've never looked better. You've never looked worse. I gotta be honest with you. I think you might need a little bit of everything. You're like, I only suck on bone marrow. That's what I do. That's how I've been getting by. How's that going for you? Well, I have less friends. And it's just so scary. But it is crazy. There was like so many disappointed Liver King fans in the documentary. Like, I can't believe he would lie. How does scams still work? Like, we've never had so many documentaries about scams. Every scam has a documentary times 10, and there's still people like, oh, he got me. Every time people are like, and then they cry, I gave them all my retirement, and then it went, and it's like, don't you watch documentaries? Give enough money that if he steals it, you're like, well, I won't kill him, but I'll be mad, you know? I don't know, man, because I get it. People don't, I don't know, you're supposed to invest, but I was raised poor. I don't know, I was raised by a poor Hungarian lady that never invests. She was like, you hide, you put it in your bank, and you look at it. And then I go, then what? And then she goes, then you go to sleep. That's how you sleep. You go, oh. I remember, she's the reason I didn't invest. She is. And I think you're supposed to, and I kind of do. I invest enough money that it won't help me when I retire. But if it disappears, I won't cry in a documentary. It's this, I'm in this sweet spot of investing where it's worthless, but it's also painless. It's right in the middle, you know? It's like gambling in Vegas, but old Vegas. You know, it's 3 a.m. and you're playing $5 blackjack, and you're like, let's go, double down. And then your wife's like, are you crazy? Maybe I am. And then you lose, and you're like, what did I really lose, you know? But yeah, my mom, I was gonna, I don't know, she's that weird Eastern European wisdom. I was gonna like invest in something, and she's like, why would you invest in that? And I was like, oh, this rich guy said I would make a bunch of money at it. And she goes, why would a rich person want you to be rich? And I was like, I'm gonna hold on to my money. Thank you. That's fine. Are you eating a dessert? That looks so good. Is that a flan? I love it. This is a 4 o'clock show. I love it. I've never seen so many waters and popcorn. I'll have a flan. That's so good. That should come with tea. Like, I remember one time I did an early show. There's someone in the front row drinking tea. I was like, oh, this is like you're reading a novel next to a fire or something. And you're sitting there, watching the comedy of this guy, you know? I love a guy. I can see the sunlight like through the door. Comedy during the day is weird because because it feels like a dark, shady thing. You're like, you know. But the sun's out. It's like, God's watching. You know, like we can't. Why don't you go to sleep, God? Let us. I don't know if he sleeps, but I love the different laughs that are in this room. I just heard another new laugh over there. Nice little chuckle was at the idea of God sleeping, you know? Just fluffing up a cloud. Does he flip the cloud when it gets hot? Sorry, it's like, this cloud got hot. And then we got a hot cloud. That's the lightning. That's so silly. What the hell am I talking about? This is too close of a show of when I woke up. Like, there's not enough. Like, that was an example of thoughts I have alone in my hotel room. And then I write it down and I go, don't say that out loud. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And here we are. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, yeah. It's very nice. Very nice to be here. I'm glad you guys all got my Truth Social Evites. The one guy got that. Hell yeah. Is anyone on Truth Social? Has anyone figured out that login process? That is the social media thing Trump started, and dude, it doesn't work. I tried to log in because, spy a little, find out. I want to know when the next thing's happening so I can be ready, know where not to be when the next one's going down. So I tried to log in, and it doesn't work. They're like, give us your email, we'll send you a login. And I didn't get the email for a week, and I'm like, they need some liberal engineers, is what they need. That's why you got to reach across the aisle sometimes. Because all the good engineers are a bunch of libs. That's who they are. And you can tell technology is more of a lefty thing. You can tell based on the right-leaning memes. You can tell. Because the memes from the right, a little pixelated, all right? They could use a phone call to Silicon Valley and go like, how do I change the resolution? Dad, that's why you got to reach across the aisle. They need some liberal engineers and like an advertising team. Truth Social, that's not a good, that sounds like a church dance, doesn't it? Truth Social sounds like a dance a church is putting on to compete with homecoming. They're like, everyone's gonna get pregnant at homecoming. We're putting on our own dance. It is Truth Social. It will be done at an arm's length distance. That's how we dance. It will be Truth. It's so nice to be here. We're out. We're celebrating. We got California. I think we got the masks to be over. And as soon as we threw them away, World War III started. That's how that happened. As soon as we threw our masks, like, oh, a helmet now? Nice. Move that mask, put on that helmet. I have no idea what's going on. I'm Hungarian, so my friends have been asking me. I was born in Budapest, they're like, what's going on in Russia? And I'm like, what? You know I don't know anything. I don't know. And they're like, well, ask your mom. My mom doesn't know. What do you think? She's friends with Putin on Facebook? Like, what do you want? I don't know what he's doing. I do feel bad for the Ukraine because no one's helping. Everyone's just kind of like we dropped off some weapons, but we're like, we're not going to fire them, but there you are. It's a real half-ass way. It's like every karate movie where the karate master sees the kid's ass get kicked and he could simply just jump in and go, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, but instead, I'm going to train you for 6 months. And then you can do this fight yourself. It's like, why don't we just go kick their ass right now? See, everyone, I was like, we don't know. It just seems really half-assed. It's like watching your neighbor do yard work. You know, like, he could use some help, and you just drop off a shovel. Like, good luck with that. We're going to watch from the window. He's using that shovel pretty good. Yeah, 90 Day Fiancé, which is like, if you don't know that show, that's like where people from third world countries come over and sleep with our ugliest citizens. It's like a sexual fear factor, is what it is. They're like, how badly do you want to leave your country? You willing to sleep with this guy? Yeah. He breathes out of his ears somehow. We don't know how he does it. So we were watching that show. I love it. And then it's fun because they get to go through typical relationship issues. And then my fiance and I watch it, and then it makes us feel better about our relationship. And I think that's what's good about these dating shows. You watch somebody having a bad time, and you're like, well, we got each other. We're doing it right. Look at those losers over there. Not us. We're doing amazing. There's a little person on this season. This guy flew from Arizona to possibly marry a little person. And as we were watching that, my fiance goes, if I was a little person, would you date me? No. No, I wouldn't. And she got offended. She's like, that's wrong. You can't say that. And I'm like, are you serious? You wouldn't date me if I was 2 inches shorter. If I was 2 inches shorter, you would have been like, pass, and you're like, she's like, you're right, you did just make the cut. And I'm like, I know, so don't you dare judge me for me being honest. But yeah, I don't know, I'm getting older. I'm not older, 35 isn't old, but I'm changing, you know, I'm changing. I'm slowly turning into a Republican. I can feel it. I think it happens naturally, you know? I'm 34 going on 35, I'm straight, I'm white, it just comes up, and I'm like, we need some order! Like, it just, I'm trying to fight it, but it creeps up. I realized it was happening because they put in bike lanes in my neighborhood, and I was ready to write to the mayor. It was a mayor I voted for, and he's like, I'm going to put in bike lanes. I'm like, that's cool with me. I don't ride a bike, but I know people enjoy it, so put in the bike lane. And I voted for him. And he didn't mention that if we put in the bike lane, we're going to lose a lot of parking. And I found that out naturally by trying to go around and do stuff. And I'm like, all the parking's just painted red, and it's just bike lanes, and no one's in them. There's no one riding a bike, and it's just me and 10 cars circling the block looking for parking so that one imaginary guy sometime when I'm not on the street can just... And I'm like, I don't, no. And also, if you ride a bike, just ride a regular bike, all right? It's a good design. 2 wheels, a seat, you're up here, ride. You ever see a weird one where you're like, why couldn't you get the normal one? I couldn't. I saw one person riding the bike, they had one of the lay-down bikes. You ever see one of those? Has there ever been an exercise that looks more court-ordered than just someone's worried doctor? You need to start exercising. Like, all right, but I'm not sitting up, all right? I'm gonna look like a gurney got loose out of the back of an ambulance. That's what I always think of every time I see one of these. It looks like a gurney got loose out of the back of it. And I can just imagine EMT people trying to chase him down.
This town really comes alive at night. That's what it is. Like the early show. We had more people at the early show, and they were great, but they were like, ah, and then it was over. All right, it was like still you. Like we still have the heat from the sun in us, you know. That's why, like, I feel like every time I come out to Phoenix, like this area is very. You guys stay out late because the heat doesn't go away. You know, you still have like heat that would be any other city's noontime heat while it's in the middle of the night and you're like, you can't sleep, it's too hot. You know, we gotta go out there and just drink. And then you only know you should go home because eventually bars are like, we're closed. You have to go home. And you're like, I can't go home, it's 80 degrees. All right, it's 80 degrees outside and the sky is beautiful and it's a magical land out here. It's magical with robots and then robot cars and robot food delivery and then people on motorcycles, no helmets. It makes no sense. It's like you guys are in the future and the past at the same time. It's bizarre. You can be picked up by a car that drives itself and you still have plastic bags at CVS. None of it makes any sense. It's a city people keep moving to, even though they're like, we don't have any water. And people are like, keep building. I read that in the news. They built a new town and people bought the homes and they're like, there's no water. They got a letter in the mail going, there's not going to be any water. And you own just a shack in the desert and you got to get a tank now, like it's Mad Max, and they got to just, where did that water come from, by the way? No one tells you. Someone's got black market water being driven into the hills. It's bizarre. It's everybody and it's nobody at the same time. Each community is so different. You can meet people that have been here for generations. Their skin looks like leather. And my family was born on the sun, and we have tattoos that have melted into stains. That's what we have. And there's so many different groups. You go to Scottsdale, and it's just rich, retired athletes that are married to active strippers. And then that's just that community over there. And then you go over to another one, and then it's different over there. And this one's just a school. I had to drive, the guy who's been driving me around, he's just like, yeah, this town was built just for the school. And then it just kept growing, and it all just blended into the same thing. It's beautiful what you guys have going on here. It is. I come out here, and I'm like, when I come out here and it's not summer, I'm like, man, I could live here. I could live here, but then I remember I've come out here in the summer. One time, 10, 12 years ago, I was probably closer to 15 years ago, I came out here, you guys, the sun melted an entire booklet of CDs I had. It ruined my entire catalog, all right? I had a 2005 Honda Civic. I would come out here for gigs, and I would just have this booklet of CDs. And I remember one time I didn't zip it up all the way, and part of the booklet was sticking out, and the sun just sizzled. Ruined music. I didn't even pay for those CDs, but like they were. I paid for the blanks, all right, and then I downloaded it, but still, it ruined my entire music collection. I've been coming out here for a long time. 2007, I came out here to audition for Last Comic Standing, and it was at this venue. They did it here, and I slept outside in that ditch. Because we all lined up the night before because they were only going to see 100 people or so. So we showed up the day before. I'd been doing comedy like 6 months. That was a good time to try to make my television debut. You know, after you try a new hobby for 6 months, you're like, I'm pretty sure I'm the best that's ever done this. It's time for the world to see me. So me and my buddy, that was such a monumental trip. It was the first time I smoked weed. I came out with my buddy, and he's like, you ever smoked weed before? I'm like, I never have. He's like, well, this is a long drive. It's not a bad time to start. And then I did that, and then I just stared at the desert, and then I ate a lot of banana chips. I never had the munchies before, and I'm like, banana chips are delicious. He's like, they are not. You are high. And then we got out here, and then I slept in a ditch, and then I woke up, and I didn't get to audition. We made it up the steps right before the doors open, and they're like, we're cutting the audition, and I'm like, I want to burn the town down. And it was I think it was a good learning experience, you know? That's why you come out here to make something of yourself in the desert, and then you fail. And the sun, you have two choices. You either die or you keep moving forward. The sun is very motivating, you know? I didn't stay out here. I went back to San Diego where it's a little cooler and figured it out. But it's very nice to come back. I've always had an odd relationship with Arizona. I love it. It's beautiful. Some of your people that live here scare me. But all of you are generally nice for the most part. Some of you have a lot of flags hanging out of your pickup truck, which that's a choice. That's a choice. That meant that guy showed up to a Home Depot with no flags. Or he got a lot of Amazon packages and he just opened them up. And I was like, I want people to know I believe in this and I support that and I'll kill you if you do that. Because flags, depending on what they say, can be very aggressive, but at the same time, it's a piece of cloth. So it's still a little hit, you know? It's not you know, I think about that. Like, don't you dare tread on me. Oh no, the wind tackled it up. You gotta loosen it so everyone can tell I'm not the one to be messed with here. Beautiful city. This club treats me well. I have a driver. I've always just Ubered around. And they're like, no, we have a car service. And they pick us up. They pick my wife and I up in like a black SUV, like a Suburban, like I'm a rapper. It's awesome. And then they drop me off right here, right by the Trader Joe's. And it makes no sense. It looks like Lil Wayne's going grocery shopping. Because people stop and they're like, oh, who's in the SUV? And then it's just me. And they're like, who the hell is that guy? And I love it. We have a cool driver. He's an old black man named Charles. He picked us up with Barry White playing, which is cool until it's a quiet ride. And you're like, I think Charles is trying to sleep with us. If someone puts on Barry White and doesn't go, hey, I'm a big fan, and you just let the mood take it where it will, you're like, I feel like we should speak up now before it gets too awkward. It's awesome. We're staying over at the Omni, very nice hotel. My wife's with me on this trip. It's a nice hotel. There's not a lot of insulation. You hear everything. From the street, you hear everything. From the other rooms, you hear everything. Like, my wife and I were having a nice night last night. We were in bed while watching our Netflix programs, and the people next door were having way more fun than we were. So much more fun. I don't know what they were doing. There's a lot of fun noises and rhythmic thumping. And have you ever been in that situation? Like, we were having a good time, but when you hear someone having a better time, it really makes you rethink your good time. Like, I was plenty happy with the evening, and then I just had like, oh, we could be doing that. You know? And we were having, it was so weird because they're having a great time, and I look over, my wife's wearing her bonnet. My wife, she wears like a silk bonnet to, if you don't know what that is, like imagine like a chef's pajamas. Imagine a chef going to bed for the night and just a silk. So she's in a bonnet, kind of drooped over, and I was clipping my toenails. Because they got a little long, and I was like, I should get this before I go to bed, and we're watching our program, and then we heard those people having a good time. And I remember she looked at me with her bonnet, she saw me clipping my toenails, and we just had this moment. No words were exchanged. But I could tell that we had the same idea, and the idea was, should we? And without saying any words, we both decided, no, we're not. No, let them have a good time. We decided our evening, and this was our evening. And we're plenty happy with this being our evening. Oh, man. But yeah, we had a good time. It's a good time to be alive. Things are going well. Things are crazy, but they're also okay at the same time. Isn't that kind of fun? Like there was last week, the correspondence dinner for the White House thing, there was a shooter, which is horrible, but no one got shot because this guy sucked. You know, he wasn't, I don't want him to be good at it. I'm glad he wasn't. But also, he made it too far in. Can we say that? How did he get into the lobby? He had no shirt on. How does that? It's a tuxedo event. Everyone's in a tuxedo. Women are in beautiful gowns. And then there's a shirtless guy. No one even in the parking lot was like, hey, is that weird? That guy got into the lobby. Like, maybe if it was a pool party, you know, you'd be like, what's that bulge? That's not a gun. You know, like you have that moment. But he had no shirt on. And you're like, tackle him already. It was crazy to watch the videos of how some people reacted, some people ran. Some people was escorted by Secret Service, and then their wives were not protected. I saw that someone had Secret Service. It wasn't the president; it was somebody else, and they had like secret, like, oh, cover him up. And then his wife was like, I'm coming too. And she had nobody. Nobody was around her. You know, that was an argument on the drive home. That was supposed to be a nice evening. You got dressed up. There was probably a good dinner. There was live entertainment. How did that end up? How come none of your security guards were protecting me? I don't know, baby. Was that your doing? You know that was an argument. Someone stole champagne. I don't know if you saw that. As someone left, they had security footage. Someone was stealing. Those had to be the comedians. Because they hire comedians for the event. We don't have any money, of course. Like, that was just going to be like the best dinner those comedians have ever eaten in their lives. And then this idiot that can't afford a shirt ruined it for everybody. And you have that moment. I'm gonna drink this by myself in my hotel room. Have a good time. It's a tough time to be alive. There's a lot to pay attention to. It's too much to pay attention to. Like I read news articles, kinda. I skim them, and I kind of draw my own conclusions. So I'm like, I think I get what that's gonna say. You know? Like I saw this. I read this. I didn't read this. I watched a short video of it, and I didn't even finish the video. I don't know what I'm doing. My life's not that busy, but I'll watch an informative like news video, right? But it's in a short, and I'll get 30 seconds in, and there's 30 more seconds, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know where that's headed. And I don't know. I guess I'm busy. I gotta go do my own things, but I saw this thing like billionaires. There's like I didn't get his name, Plantair. I don't know if it's his name or his company's name, but I guess these billionaires are trying to put their brains onto like hard drives. So they can live when they die. Like they're trying to live forever, and they're like, I'll put my brain on a hard drive. And I'm like, what is that? What is that about having $1 billion where you just want to live forever? That is like the real difference, because the rest of us, we're not depressed, but there's days where we take peace in knowing we don't have to do this again. You know? Like, you know what I mean? You know, when you're stuck on an airplane and it won't take off, and you just try to calm yourself down? You're like, I get to die one day. This isn't forever, you know? But those guys, their life is so different from ours. They're like, I need to live forever. You need to put my brain onto a hard drive. Because they know the afterlife ain't gonna be good for them. And so they're like, I gotta hang out right here. And I'd be way worse at head of the FBI than that guy. One time I had a job in LA at a velour tracksuit company. And my job was to steam the velour tracksuits. That's what I did for 8 hours. I would hang velour and then I would steam them. I had a very good steamer, and I'd steam them and then I'd pack them. And then I had to put them all in my car, and I had to get to UPS before 5 because that's the cutoff. And there was days I didn't get there in time. All right, there's days I'd pull up at like 5:02 and UPS would be closed, and I'd be like, damn it. And I wouldn't drive back to work. I would just take all the packages home with me because I didn't want my boss to know that I'm a bad employee. So I would just hide all these packages in my house, and then I would take them the next morning, but sometimes I forgot. So there would just be random loose velour tracksuits in boxes because I missed the cutoff. And I paid taxes for that job. Isn't that insane? Like the government was like, oh, here's the taxes from the man that steams velour for 8 hours. That's all right. They gave a lot of it back. When you don't make any money, they're like, we didn't know. Here you go. That's nice of the government. They're like, we didn't know. That's terrifying. I don't know how you get by, but.